Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
It's episode 66 of the Hodgepodge podcast. I'm your host, Doug.
And I'm Dirty A. As the name suggests, we're going to talk about a hodgepodge of topics from movies, music, TV, and other pop culture events.
And on this episode, we welcome back special guest Matt King to discuss Spider-Man and his return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You can reach us at the hodgepodgepodcast@gmail.com or on our website, thehodgepodgepodcast.com, or head over to iTunes and YouTube and subscribe. A couple episodes ago, we did Jupiter Ascending, and we had Matt here.
I don't know why we need to talk about that.
We started talking about superhero stuff. And by the time we posted it, the big news had broken that Spider-Man, Matt's favorite character, was going back to the Marvel Universe. So
save Thunderlocks.
Oh, yeah, right. So let's welcome back to the program our good friend Matt King. Welcome, Matt.
I mean, acquaintance.
Yeah. I don't want to jump the gun like I did last time.
When I say welcome, Matt, that's
Matt.
That's your cue.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. Literally, like it was literally the day after we recorded or something like that. They reported that.
Where were you when the Spider-Man?
Yeah, I mean, the rumors had been trickling in for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
they were in talks.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, so
they were gonna do it, then they weren't gonna do it, then now it's dead. Oh wait,
and
it might happen now.
There have been meetings,
right?
Yeah,
but then official announcement came in that night. I don't remember what actual day that was, but
it was Monday or Tuesday, I think, or something like that. It was in the afternoon or something because I remember. Was it or was it at night? Yeah. I can't remember.
I was about asleep and.
Oh really?
I remember my first thought, which was "Suck it, Doug."
Right.
Well,
that's my first thought.
The
before I go to
naysayer.
bed anyway.
That's true. The naysayer who said this won't happen. It won't happen.
We can edit that out.
It won't happen.
No, I'm gonna leave it in.
Yeah.
I don't think I said it wouldn't happen. I just said it, I don't know. I mean,
I even think it's possible we can find some podcast.
Yeah, it's not
footage.
We can't go back and check.
I may have said X-Men won't happen because X-Men probably won't happen, but they might get something else for X-Men because Fox wants to do an X-Men TV show, but Marvel still owns the rights to the TV show. So
they just announced a new Nightcrawler. Did you see that?
I know, that's awesome. But anyway,
Spider-Man. Let's talk.
Let's talk about Spider-Man because Matt's giant Spider-Man boner is.
So anyway,
it's still raging, and I think I need to see a doctor.
We've now been talking for 4 or 5 minutes, and we haven't even given what that big news is for anyone who might not know.
No, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Marvel is.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
okay.
Marvel can now
use.
I know you don't. Marvel can now use Spider-Man in their movies.
Yeah. So it's kind of a give and take.
Yeah,
he's going to help them.
He's still going to be part of Sony, and Sony is going to continue putting out his solo films with Kevin Feige, the master of Marvel, as the producer, and what's her face?
Amy Pascal,
thanks, who just stepped down from Sony.
The Sony exec, yeah.
So now she's a producer.
Let's use that to go back in time a little bit. So,
gonna go back in time.
So you were talking about the email leaks, the Sony email leaks.
Yes.
That's when all this first came out.
But I thought it was coming out before that. I thought it was rumored before that.
It was rumored before that, yes.
Okay. So, that's when everything
this is my fucking show.
I'm a special guest. I get to talk. No, that's the email leaks, the Sony email leaks. When the hack came out, was it the interview is when all that happened?
End of December.
Yeah. So, that's when we found out that Sony and Marvel had been talking about Sony letting Marvel have the rights back to Spider-Man.
Right.
And I think what the final say was on that was that it wasn't going to happen. That Sony USA kind of poo-pooed the deal.
Because they hate money.
Because they do. They hate money.
I mean, this is the way I kind of see that boardroom discussion going. Hey, can we use Spider-Man? No, you can't. But you see what you've done to Spider-Man, right? You see what we do to make it better.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was the greatest movie ever.
Right.
Get out of our office. Said no one ever.
The public's just clamoring for more Spider-Man. They heard the Sinister Six news, and it was just
oh god. Now see,
the salivating of America.
We got to talk about that too. But
I mean, that would be great would anyone else be doing it? I'm sure that would be a
Yeah.
great movie. But
the leak came out, and then, as you said in the last time you were here, that Sony Japan was like, "Hey, wait a second,
Yeah. Hold on.
wait, what? Money?"
Yeah.
And the talks apparently went back on, and now then it became like, well, what movie will he be in? Because it's too late for Civil War.
Yeah.
actually,
Wrong.
you know what? I think that's what both of you said the last time.
I did.
They would not be in Civil War.
Because that's the report that was coming
I said,
out.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it just made sense because
Yeah.
Civil War is basically going into production soon.
Right,
They're
yeah.
going to have to start filming, and
Also, I read. I think where, I think Black Panther was going to play his part of the Civil War.
Well, that's what we thought was going to
We
happen.
thought, yeah.
He's still going to be in it.
I thought I thought
no, I thought
it was speculated.
Oh, you thought
that he
it was
was
gonna be Winter
I thought it was
Soldier.
going to be Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I read a couple articles that said it was going to be the Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people.
I think that was a quote from Feige or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I guess you could. Yeah, I could see it both ways. But Winter Soldier makes more sense if you look at the Spider-Man role from the Civil War comic series. He was sort of the hero that was in the middle that originally started out on one side,
Sure.
and then switched over to the other side.
Because he got a raw deal.
Yeah. So if you look at
Aunt May got a raw deal.
yeah,
That, by the way, will be the name of the movie they make about Aunt May.
Raw
Aunt
Deal.
May's Raw Deal.
Yeah.
Aunt May's raw deal. And it's going to be Sally Field with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Pump action shotgun.
Yep.
We'll get to that in a minute.
yeah. If you look at the way the MCU has sort of panned out so far, Winter Soldier seems like the better candidate for that type of role because he has
Right.
ties to Tony Stark
Mhm.
because he's killed. Well, spoiler alert for the Captain America: The Winter Soldier. They show that he killed Stark's parents.
Right.
So Stark has sort of a personal connection to him.
Right.
And then of course he's got the long history with Captain America. So, but he's also still sort of an enemy of Captain America at the end
Right,
of
yeah.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, yeah.
So he exists in that sort of gray area, and he could be one that they are both sort of trying to either get to or get to their side.
Right.
So either to kill him or to use him as an ally.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So he seemed like a natural fit to take the Spider-Man role, but I can also see Panther taking that role too because Wakanda is sort of like the Switzerland of the Marvel Universe.
Right.
They don't want to get involved in anything. They're their own independent country. Everybody wants their stuff.
Yeah.
And, they don't take sides in anything.
Right.
So, he would also work in that role. But now, who cares? Because
It's
Spider-Man
irrelevant because they're doing.
it's all irrelevant.
It's now going to be far closer to the actual comics.
Yeah.
Now
The,
that they got Spidey in there, which it will still be interesting how they introduce him in the Civil
Yeah.
War because
Yeah.
he's
So
been
they're not going to do
MIA.
it,
Yeah.
they won't do an origin story.
Right.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
I hope the first 20 minutes is
Oh my God.
just a credit sequence of just his origin again.
I actually hope that the first 20 minutes.
I hope they get it confused with Batman.
includes him like that viral video of Spider-Man shopping, and then he comes by the Uncle Ben's rice and just breaks down and starts crying.
Doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle. Sadly, though, it was revealed also when this news broke that Andrew Garfield will no longer be Spider-Man.
He's kind of getting he kind of got shat on just like Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds did with the Green Lantern.
Yeah,
It's not his fault, but they're going
he's-
in another direction.
Yeah.
he's getting the shaft.
Yeah.
He's getting the big shaftaroonie.
Yeah.
And
You know what, though? I heard that and originally when they started talking about this, that his name was still in the mix, that Marvel was talking about keeping Garfield, and Garfield said no.
Oh,
Really?
he's the one who
Yeah.
turned it down.
I
find that hard to believe.
I call Major League bullshit.
Yeah.
I
that's
find that hard to
shenanigans
believe.
from that.
I find
Because-
that hard to believe.
That motherfucker was talking about being in Avengers.
Yeah.
Like way back way back when Amazing Spider-Man 1 came out. He was like,
This
Jumping up
would
and down.
actually
Right.
be the
Yeah.
crux that would make him be like, hold on, yeah, I want to be
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Like, I might have jumped ship before, but
Yeah,
now.
and the minute he says that, Hugh Jackman goes, "Well, I'm free, so
Yeah.
you can put me in Avengers all you want."
Yeah.
So
that
So-
would never happen, Doug. You stated it at the opening of the podcast.
Yeah.
it probably will never happen.
for the record.
For the record,
It probably will never happen
Yeah.
because Fox is a bunch of dicks, but we'll see
Yeah,
what happens.
they are a giant bag
it
of
probably
dicks.
would ever happen with Hugh Jackman for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, and that's a shame because he really wants to be in it bad.
Yeah, he does. Did you see him whenever they told him the news?
About Spider-Man?
Yeah, that poor
No.
bastard.
I just read about
He
it.
was
but-
in an interview about fucking Chappie or whatever.
Yeah.
bullshit he
They
said
like
that.
broke it to
Yeah,
him
and
in
they're like,
mid-interview.
did you hear, Hugh, that, you know?
No.
And Spider-Man is now going to be able to appear in Avengers and, you know, Civil War, and his face was like, you could see
Like
the happiness drain
Oh,
from
look,
his face.
here, we pause it right here. We can see the exact moment where Hugh Jackman's heart breaks.
Aww.
Oh, that poor bastard. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just
Yeah, I feel so bad for him.
Poor son of a bitch billionaire
on his bed of
star.
money.
Yeah.
And we inserted the gif of the guy like wiping it, you know, Woody Harrelson
With
wiping his face
money,
with like $100
yeah,
bills
yeah.
from Zombieland. But yeah, he was like, "Oh, really? God, you know he
Good
wanted
for
to,
him.
Yeah. That's what he was like. He's, oh, that's great. You know, fuck you.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck you, Wolverine's way cooler than
Sony
Spider-Man.
pricks. To be fair, I mean, we all know that Sony has just notoriously screwed the pooch on the whole superhero universe in general.
Right.
But, you know,
You mean Spider-Man movies?
Yeah.
yeah. But you know, in their defense, I mean, they're holding on to this golden goose. It's all they got. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't want to let that shit go. Because it's not like the Spider-Man's not making money.
Right.
You know, it's not like
True.
they put out the Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's not like it didn't make money.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Batman and Robin thing.
Right.
Because like Batman and Robin was like, I mean, Batman and Robin still made money. It's just it was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And it was critically reviled, and fans were like, "Fuck you if you ever do this again."
Yeah.
And then you got Batman Begins. So,
Although there are people that enjoyed the Amazing Spider-Man.
Really?
Yes.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
not even Andrew Garfield enjoyed Amazing Spider-Man 2.
You know it's bad when they're bad-mouthing an active franchise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's out, unfortunately, because I liked him a lot.
He was good. He was good.
Yeah, I mean, well, you compare him to Tobey Maguire.
Tobey
He was.
Maguire. I didn't hate Tobey Maguire as much as you
I
guys,
do.
but
He was so whiny.
But if you're comparing him to Andrew Garfield, it's not even close. That being said, I'm not really at a point where I feel like, oh, they can't get another great Spider-Man.
No.
You know what I mean? Like Andrew, it's not like I thought Andrew Garfield was the pinnacle of Spider-Man.
Nobody's had,
Yeah.
you know, the definitive
Right.
Peter Parker.
Right.
Well, that's what I've always complained about with the Spider-Man movies to begin with, because I've always said that they've always been, you know, like Spider-Man 2 is the best one of all of them.
Yes.
But I've always said that, you know, they've never made a complete great Spider-Man movie all the way through.
Except that Mexican Spider-Man.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
And the
Are
Japanese
you talking
Spider-Man with the robot. And
No.
the,
The Mexican, was that the one with the shotgun where he carried a gun around?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's what I want to see.
That's the one.
Yeah. Shotgun Spider-Man.
He did. He's like at the canyon with his shotgun.
the anti-Batman. So I'm hoping that Marvel, Kevin Feige, will be able to steer the next solo Spider-Man movie.
Well, and that's the deal. You know,
Some of the actors they're talking about Logan Lerman could possibly be Peter Parker. They said they want to go younger than 30-year-old Andrew Garfield.
Makes sense
because they are going to stick him back in high school.
Yeah.
But of course, some people are like, they should just fast forward in time and just make Andrew Garfield his normal age and make him just Spider-Man. And just
either way could work.
Yeah.
But if they're not going to use Garfield, it's best just to take Spider-Man back to
formula.
Yes, exactly right.
Back to formula.
And put him in as he should be in the universe.
Did you just throw my cat out the window? So, Logan Lerman's one guy,
Yep.
the Maze Runner kid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
I think you're real high on Kingsman kid. Taron Egerton.
Is he really in the
Is he in the
running
mix,
still?
though?
I don't think.
Yeah.
Is he?
Okay.
Well, I said so. I
forgot.
He's young, has brown hair, and
and wears glasses in that one shot from Kingsman.
Yeah.
So he's therefore
he
Peter
is
Parker.
Peter Parker.
Well, I mean,
No, I think-
by that rationale, you're halfway there.
Well, right. That's my belief anyway.
Yeah.
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 Fingers crossed for my audition.
We're gonna cast a guy older than Andrew Garfield to play younger.
Right. It's how I act.
Right. It's
Right?
acting.
I'll be under a mask the whole time anyway. So who cares?
Yeah, right. This is a Marvel movie.
Well, this is
On the posters, they never wear masks.
Spider-Man does whatever.
I'm surprised that the
except
Hulk.
get erections because he's too old.
What?
I'm surprised that the Hulk in the Marvel posters isn't the big Hulk body with Mark Ruffalo's head. You know, just like his normal head on the Hulk's body, because that's what they do in all their posters.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wears masks. So
Who else? So, well, no, go back to the Kingsman dude.
Right, yeah.
Egerton,
Egerton, yeah, something like
whatever. the whole time I was watching Kingsman, which was fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
I love that movie. I was just thinking, this guy is going to have a superhero role in the next 2 years. Easy. Because he's perfect for it.
Yeah.
He's young. He's
Charismatic.
Yeah, he can act. He's charismatic.
Sorry, you have a man crush on him. It's okay.
It's okay. Don't
It's
worry
a
about that.
boy crush.
Boy crush.
Boy
Yeah.
crush.
I think it's on the.
It's a Hollywood man crush is what it's called. And so far, Paul Rudd is my only Hollywood man crush. Yeah. Sorry, Terry. But
he's at home.
I wish this was
I
I wish this was a video segment right now, and I would say, "Have you seen the new Ant-Man trailer?" And then I would proceed to play a clip from Mac and Me.
No, but I think he would be perfect for the role of Parker.
So there's everybody basically. If you're under a certain age and you're a boy and you have brown hair, you're basically
you're in the
running.
Yeah.
My nephew's actually in the running, and he's not even in Hollywood. So
Right. A lot of people wanted Donald Glover.
Yeah, that was a
that's
last week.
that's another thing. A lot of fans are saying that they should go no to Peter Parker. I'm sorry, Miles Morales might be nice in the comic books and all this kind of stuff.
Spider-Man is Peter Parker.
Spider-Man is Peter Parker, and Marvel's attitude right now is, no, we're going to get this right the first time.
Exactly.
We're finally get this right
Yeah.
for once. Done.
Yeah, you got to understand that this is technically they're doing this from scratch as far as the Marvel Universe is concerned, so they could go that route. But the thing is, you may not be given an origin story, but you're starting Spider-Man out in Marvel. It's Peter Parker.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
come on.
Well, saying that Donald Glover is in the mix doesn't mean it has to be Miles Morales. I mean, he could still
That's
be
true.
Peter
No,
Parker.
That's true.
that's where I was about to go.
That's true.
Absolutely, he could play Peter Parker, but it needs to be Peter Parker.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it still needs to be Sally Field as Aunt May.
That's not going to happen.
Let's have some continuity here, people.
Yeah, honestly, the only person that they need to get is J.K. Simmons. He
Yes.
has to come back as J. Jonah
fucking-
Jameson.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jameson for sure.
Oh my god.
So now
He's-
what's going to
he's
happen?
perfect. He was the only perfect part about any
Yeah.
of those movies.
So now what's going to happen is they're going to make Civil War. Spider-Man's going to be in it. Hopefully we're going to get an announcement soon on who Spider-Man is because they're starting to film in like 2 months.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you know that in the back corners they've got their list of.
oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had that for a while.
But the problem is that guy getting in shape. So that could be a problem.
You know what though? Peter Parker is not some huge muscle
He's in
bound
high
dude.
school. It's not like
yeah,
he's a jock. He's,
Yeah.
No, I
he's a
know,
nerd
but,
in
I mean,
high
look
school.
at Garfield.
Yeah.
He was not a jacked up dude
No,
in those movies.
and you can touch that up with CGI in a heartbeat if you want to.
He could wear a muscle suit.
Well,
like,
we saw what they did. We saw what happened to Amazing Spider-Man 2 when they did that.
I don't foresee being in shape as. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna be large.
Yet another
large
reason
in
to
there,
get Edgerton or whatever his name is.
Eric Stone Street
Whatever.
is going to be playing
The Kingsman.
Spider-Man.
Let's just call him Kingsman. The Kingsman dude. Already in shape, ready to go. Boom. Parker.
Hugh Jackman can make the same claim.
This is
Look,
true.
mate, I'm already in shape. I got a couple months before X-Men. Put me in as
I got
Spider-Man.
these fucking claws.
I'll be
right
Spider-Man.
here.
I'll be Spider-Man. And I don't age, so I'm Spider-Man.
You know, I wish I
think
could
you're
remember.
confusing Hugh Jackman with the character that he plays.
No, Hugh Jackman pretty much doesn't age either. So
I wish I could remember who had this idea, but somebody, it was on Twitter.
You can take it as your own.
Uh,
Take it as your own.
Oh.
What's your idea,
Right,
Matt?
my idea here. They should wait and unveil him like he was like in the movie. So
I said that.
no, you didn't.
I said that. I said
put
that.
a mask on. I know. He's like, I totally said
I
that.
No,
I photo you to take credit for this.
Yeah.
And now Doug's really
No.
taking
I
credit.
didn't. No, I posted the same thing.
Somebody
on,
else,
on
though.
Collider.
It was on one of
Collider. Yeah, I was on the message boards on Collider. I said the same thing though.
All right. Well, okay.
I mean, it's not like nobody else could have the idea. I mean, saying, but don't reveal who he is until the movie actually comes out.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So like in Civil War, one of the biggest moments in Civil War was Spider-Man being unmasked.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
And so yeah, that's the moment in the movie where you're like, holy shit.
But of course, you're sitting there like, oh my god, please don't be a douchebag. Please,
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire again. No.
That would be wonderful. The problem with that is this.
Oh, it'll never
this day and
happen.
age, it's
Yeah,
impossible.
it would never happen.
With the internet, this day,
Oh,
you
yeah.
cannot keep
That's-
that secret this day.
But that's what I put when I posted the thing on Collider. I was like, this will never happen in this day and age.
Right.
But this will be cool.
Yeah, you can't do it. It's just impossible with people taking pictures on set and then never.
Yeah.
Just impossible.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, if you keep him on the outside shots, the exterior with his mask on,
Yeah, we'll
and
see.
you do everything on.
But you know
soundstage,
they
everything else.
they want to make a big announcement like this is the new Spider-Man. Spider-Man, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know,
they
you know,
will.
they want.
All right, so it's not going to happen, but it would be nice.
Oh no, it'd be cool as hell if they did
Yeah.
that.
But they need to announce something because
Yeah.
they're going to start filming soon.
Yeah.
And then
Unless-
then when they did that, he would need to like actually turn to the camera and give a big smile. Just play to the camera, bing, you know, little teeth.
Unless he's not going to have as large a role as we're thinking. Like they might be able to start the movie without him and then cast him.
Yeah,
in
it's
the middle of
not. It's
filming.
not necessarily that he's going to play that crux role that he does in the
But
in
it's
the Civil War
such
comics.
a huge thing.
It doesn't.
Oh,
Make
I
sense
know, I
that-
know, but-
it doesn't make sense that he wouldn't now because
Right.
they've got him.
Right.
But it hasn't been confirmed that he's going. What role he will have in the story hasn't been confirmed.
Right. And Robert Downey Jr. has said, I mean, from what he's read so far of the script, that it is Steve Rogers' story. So,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, of course, like I said to you, I think I said to you, I was like, I sure hope that they have like two scripts hanging around. Like, this is if we get Spider-Man, this is if we don't get Spider-Man.
Well, the rumor was, yes, they had two scripts.
I trust Feige's got
because they were
locked
trying to
down.
get him for Civil War.
right.
So they must have had some plan
They
in
must
case that he could be in Civil
Yeah.
War. And then when it looked like he wasn't going to be in Civil War, they go the
Right.
other route.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting though that during that whole Sony Marvel talk in the beginning, when, that the Russos apparently made a pitch to Sony about what their Spider-Man movie would be,
Oh, right, really?
and they were interested
The
in doing-
independent Spider-Man, the
Like-
next of the
the next
the Sony
Spider-Man,
franchise,
the solo movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the Russos had an idea of what they would do for a Spider-Man movie.
Oh my God, do you think they're going to make them have them direct the next Spider-Man movie?
Oh my god, I don't know.
I don't know if they can though.
I don't either because it looks.
Well,
like,
they haven't been confirmed for Avengers yet, have they?
no, but they're
they not?
everybody's talking
Really?
about the Russos taking over Avengers 3.
Right.
Right.
So Infinity War. The
Yeah,
Avengers,
it'd be 3 and
them
4.
doing Infinity
Or whatever
War.
the fuck they
Yeah.
call it, 3.5, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was a done deal. I thought that was.
I did too, but I think we talked about
No,
that the last time
oh,
Matt was
okay.
here. That
Oh,
we said
okay.
that it wasn't officially confirmed
Okay.
yet.
No, it's not officially confirmed, but the rumor is that they're taking over from Whedon because Whedon doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
Right,
we
correct.
fuck this shit. I'm done.
Yeah.
You're already hyping movies like.
Well, I mean,
Aftermath, thanks
this
very
is this is Whedon for you. I mean, he's likes to do different things, right? He's not the guy that's going to just stick around
Right.
and mull over old stuff.
Well, the thing is like he's like, I want to create my own universes, and then he saw
Right.
Jupiter Ascending and said, maybe I'll do Avengers 3.
Ooh.
Man, that might not be the best move.
Serenity 2.
Yeah, Serenity now.
Serenity now.
So let's talk about Sony's end of this, because Sony's press release on this was hilarious.
Yeah,
Because they made it sound like they were like totally
They're like,
helping
we
Marvel
still
out,
have-
saving them.
we have creative control, and Marvel's
Yeah.
just here to oversee.
So
Whatever.
what's going to happen is they're going to do a solo Spider-Man movie. They bumped. What did they bump?
They
It
bumped 4 movies. They bumped.
Well, they bumped one, and then everything after that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it was just a
It was-
cascade.
It wasn't Guardians. It was after Guardians.
It was Panther. Black Panther got bumped a little bit.
Captain Marvel.
got bumped a
Yeah.
little bit.
And
And then Inhumans got bumped.
Oh, yeah,
What's
yeah.
the Defenders?
Well,
no,
Defenders
that's
is
Netflix. That's Netflix.
Um,
That's Netflix.
Aren't they coming into the?
no.
That's all Netflix. Defenders
Oh.
is not going to be on movie. That's
Oh
a
man,
all-
I thought they were coming into
No,
the.
they're all in the same
into
universe.
Infinity.
Oh, they may,
They
but
may be in Infinity War.
Right.
but-
yeah.
It's all still the same universe. They're not
Yeah.
in a separate
Right.
world. Or
right.
anything.
It's just that, but that's not a movie. That's the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they bumped Thor. It was Thor.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
right, Ragnarok.
They bumped Thor.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because
No.
next year, next year isn't next year.
Next year.
Next year is.
It's 2016.
Thank you.
Next
Oh no,
year.
that's Civil War, and Doctor Strange is next year.
Oh yeah, it's Doctor Strange, right?
And then Guardians is May 2017,
Mm.
and then Spider-Man's in July, I think now.
Yeah,
That sounds
maybe.
right. That
But,
sounds about right.
Captain Marvel got bumped to November of 2018.
18.
I
Yeah,
think.
it's so ridiculous, but
Yeah,
this planet could be a cinder by then. But anyway,
you can say that about any day of the week, but I guess so.
yeah, I know, but yeah,
Women got to be pushed to the back of the line.
What
yeah.
did he say? Something?
He said women got to get pushed back,
Oh,
back
okay.
in line. Not Wonder Woman though.
No,
She's that movie's still coming out.
Yeah,
yeah.
So now Sony is going to put out a solo Spider-Man movie that Marvel is basically overseeing.
right.
And for some reason, Sony has also said, oh, and all those spin-offs we're going to do, that's going to happen too. And people were like, what?
No, they were like, yeah, they're trying to save face. That whole
Right,
press
Yeah,
release was
of
like,
course.
Yeah.
let's save face with, because they're like, we still have creative control, and then everybody's like, yeah,
absolutely.
you have all the control, right? And then they were like, yeah, we're totally doing Sinister Six. Yeah.
Kevin Feige's like, creative control, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And Kevin Feige's over there going, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sinister Six. Let's talk about it.
It's not-
Drew Goddard.
Yes.
That guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
because he had Daredevil,
Yes,
and then
he
he
did.
said, "Oh, I can do Sinister Six," and then this happened. Now he's probably like,
Mhm.
"Oh, Daredevil, I can do Daredevil."
Yeah, I didn't think about Goddard because he
Good
made
job, buddy.
Yeah, he made that choice. It was
Yeah.
like, I'll do Daredevil or I'll do Sinister Six, and he was like, I'll take the money.
Why the? I know. I get. Yeah, I guess that must have been at the money. I mean, why the fuck
yeah.
would you do Sinister Six over
Well,
Daredevil?
I don't know. I mean, look at from
It's
his
the
point of view,
money.
it's like,
If
Yeah.
you're going to pay me
Yeah.
more money, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not
but it's
gonna-
also
I
a
don't
movie as opposed to a TV
show,
Right.
You get more accolades
Yeah,
if you do it
although-
right. Assuming you do it right.
Yeah. Unless you put out like an Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Right.
Which
Right.
Sinister Six is based on. So,
Yes.
and then I think they said they're still as of right now, technically they're still doing the Venom movie.
Yeah.
With-
So I call bullshit on all this because they're recasting Spider-Man, right?
Yeah,
Right.
this has blown all. This
So that
this,
universe
this
is
news.
gone.
This news has blown that whole thing, whatever the plans they had, wide open.
Yeah.
Well,
And
not
so-
necessarily. I mean, it's not necessarily all gone. I mean, tying him into the Marvel Universe, they could do some kind of weird retcon where that could work.
Even
but-
if they make him younger.
Yeah, he's going to be back in high school.
Oh, that's
He-
right.
he-
Yeah,
they're
'cause
moving-
he did
right.
graduate. He did
Right.
graduate.
Yeah,
at
he
the
was
end of that.
He was
past
he had
college
jobs and shit. And,
in Spider-Man 2.
yeah.
So I think that whole thing is gone. So
Yeah.
Sinister Six now makes zero fucking sense.
Yeah.
Because none of those people exist in the Marvel universe.
By
Thank
the way,
God.
yeah.
That
I-
Rhino was terrible.
I do call total bullshit though if they don't do the Aunt May solo project.
Yeah. I know.
All right.
What was
Just
that
keep
comic called?
Just keep that.
Trouble. What was that comic called? Trouble. When it was young Aunt May.
Oh, I don't know.
When-
That's what they were going to base it on, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Yeah, it was like Bill Gemma's, and like that was his pet
Oh
project.
my god.
And oh god, it was terrible.
I don't know how that got any traction in the news. Like, how do you sit around a boardroom and be like, "We need ideas, people. We need ideas." Well, I got one.
Should we do Venom? Nah.
Nah, look, I got this Aunt May comic.
Carnage? Nah. What?
It was
Aunt
a
May as a super spy.
Let's do it.
Yes.
I like this
I
idea.
this.
This is bold, innovative thinking. This is the kind of thinking that puts people on the map.
But the comic was a total failure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever. Film it.
And it's also kind of strange because like Marvel can use
Doctor
Spider-Man.
See what you did there.
Marvel can use Spider-Man.
Mhm.
And Sony can use other characters in their Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Do we know the specifics of the deal? Like how many movies they can use Spider-Man?
No.
Is it open?
That's the other thing, too.
Because
It's not-
it
it's
could
not-
just be very specific.
Yeah, I don't
It could
think
be
it's
very
open-ended
Yeah,
either.
it could be very boxed in
Yeah.
as to how they can use
Well, they
Spider-Man.
made such a big deal about him joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right.
But the problem though is they now have to play nice together for a very long time.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a solo Spider-Man movie and have him in the Marvel universe, and you want that to somehow commingle,
Mhm.
Sony and Marvel, Disney, they have to play nice now for a very long time.
Well, as long
Well, which is a great thing, but will they do that?
all Sony cares about is making money.
Yeah, that's true.
And Marvel knows how to make $1 bajillion on superhero movies.
That's
now.
true.
And they had morons in charge of the Spider-Man franchise at Sony.
Yeah.
Avi Arad,
Wait.
who we know.
Yeah, he's gone now.
You know, nobody saw his name on the press release, and that's
I was about to
Yes.
say this is where the saving face comes in.
Yeah.
Because they're basically trying not to say our group fucked this up
Yeah.
really.
Is he still in the X-Men movies? He's not, is he?
I don't think so. No, that's Lauren Schuler.
No, I know, but he was involved, I think, in like the first X-Men
Maybe
movie.
as like an executive producer.
Yeah.
I don't think he's involved in the decision making
Yeah.
on that stuff. But he was definitely on Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. He was all into Spider-Man shit.
Yeah, and so now, it's Kevin Feige as if he didn't have enough to do. He's going to be in
Yeah, no.
charge of weaving in the Spider-Man universe.
Wasn't his contract coming up, too? I mean, I
Feige?
guess, yeah. I thought his contract was coming up soon.
Probably. I mean, who knows? Maybe
Guess
he'll be
that
gone soon.
solidified it.
Yeah.
I'm working with Marvel for the rest of my life!
Who else is going to do this?
I'm Stan Lee of the Marvel movie universe.
As long as Feige is in charge of this, Sony knows that they're going to be making a lot of money.
I agree. Yeah.
So it's a mutually beneficial, thing. This is going to work out for both parties, which is what we've been saying all along. Is that Sony are
Right.
morons for not doing this earlier.
Right.
They could have just attached themselves to the Marvel boat and just been making money hand over fist this whole fucking time, and they didn't do it. And Fox is got to be just shitting themselves.
Well, let's talk about Fox, because Fox...
like we went in on some of this action.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with Fox, yes and no. Yes
you
and no, because here's why. Because Fox, the X-Men universe is basically a universe unto itself. It's in the Marvel universe, but they have so many X-Men characters that
right.
they can draw from.
They've got a lot more.
They can do whatever they want.
Yes.
I'm talking about fucking Fantastic Four.
Exactly. So like Spider-Man, that's all. You were right before. That's all they had. So it's like they had to play like
a golden goose. That's it. Yeah.
But Fox is like, we got X-Men. We're good.
Yeah.
Now where Fantastic Four comes into it is that Fox wants to make an X-Men TV show.
Yeah.
Marvel still holds the rights to TV for Fox. I mean, for X-Men.
Yeah.
So, somebody posted on Collider, and it makes sense that there could possibly be down the road that where they make a deal and Marvel says, give us back the Fantastic Four and you can have the TV rights to X-Men.
Perfect.
And that would work. And to be honest, it's like I don't even care about the Fantastic Four as much. Marvel needs Doctor Doom in their universe.
Yes,
they need Doctor Doom.
One thing they like. Fuck everything about this new Fantastic Four movie coming out. I mean, we talked about the trailer looking, not quite as shitty as everybody thought it was going to look like. Which
not like the Roger Corman version.
However, notice that they did not show Doom.
Well, you mean
they're
Victor
saving
Domashev. They did not show.
Yeah. They're saving him. They're saving. It's just a teaser. They're saving him for
the hooded mummy.
Yeah,
until you
that
actually
guy will be great.
Got people's money in the theater and they can't get it back.
You can't see me right now, but look, I'm Doom.
Yeah,
I'm typing on keyboard. Look at me.
No, that is the one character that Marvel needs back.
Right. You can't put Loki in all the movies.
Right. Doom is the one villain that
he's the number one villain.
He would supplant Loki in a second in the Marvel universe as being the most dangerous villain.
Yeah.
Because they don't have Magneto.
Tell that to the Fantastic Four movies.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
They make him look like a clown.
Yeah.
I mean, every time, like, come on.
It's a fucking clown show.
Yeah. It's awful. But
got my goat legs.
Purple goat legs. Yeah, so for, the Fantastic Four, whatever, they need Doom back.
Yeah.
And
here are the movie rights. Just give us Galactus and Doom, and you're good.
It's like trading cards.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm willing to give up Galactus.
Now, there's a possibility. Now, I could possibly foresee not a deal like the Spider-Man one. But I could possibly foresee maybe like a crossover movie with X-Men, maybe.
No.
Possibly.
No. See, here, Fox and Marvel hate each other.
Yeah.
Right.
I think both of them would be way too stubborn to do some kind of collaboration like that. They'd always hold out for full control.
I think you were closer with the TV deal because Fox really wants that TV
because
deal.
the other problem with that is
I really want that TV
because
deal
the other problem with that
I wanted
is,
X-Men
again,
forever.
that doesn't just lead into one movie.
Yeah.
That would spill over into a whole universe. So it's not like they can just say, we're going to do a one-movie deal where we do this. Because that spills into years and years of stuff they'd have to plan.
That brings mutants into the Marvel Cinematic
Universe.
Which is
it changes things.
Unless they did some kind of, wormhole thing. And the X-Men
they
show
don't need
hello.
to do that. No, they don't need to do that.
Why would they do that? Marvel only made 765 different stories with that same...
Yeah, but they've already said they don't want to bring time travel into the Marvel universe, the film universe.
Wink! Yeah, we'll see.
No, well, I mean, they don't need to.
Wait till it gets too convoluted, and then they just go, we got to fix that.
Well, we're talking about like 15 years down the line, probably. They still have a lot of movies to make with the heroes that they have.
Yeah. If they make the slate of movies they got, they
can keep going for long time.
Yeah.
They don't need to do any fucking time travel reboots right now.
I mean,
Secret War.
I mean, let's face it, and this is a great thing, but let's face it, the fact that they're already slating characters like Captain Marvel and Black Panther, they're drawing, baby, and they've got, they can keep going down that coffer.
And notice how they took a backseat to another white man. Fuck you, diversity. Apparently, that's what Marvel says. Fuck you.
Yeah, it did suck. Actually, that Panther and
I really want to see the Black Panther movie.
I know. I guess the only bright side is that we're going to see him in
Civil War.
Right.
But I really want to paint.
Although now,
He might actually be.
although
Age of
now,
Ultron.
his role
Yeah,
probably would
maybe.
be diminished in Civil War.
maybe
Maybe.
so. But like Captain Marvel, I love Captain Marvel, and
Yeah.
I cannot fucking wait for that movie. But I can see them wanting to hold off on that because it's going to lead into Infinity War better, or that needs to be closer to Infinity War because it brings in the cosmic end
Yeah.
of that universe to Earth, basically, because she's going to be that link
Right.
more so than the Guardians of the Galaxy, which are kind of like they're
Out
off on
there,
their own.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to come here anytime soon.
No, right.
Um,
And
but
she may, who knows? She may
she may show up in
she may debut in Guardians.
but I think
I still think someone else is going to show up, but we'll talk about that in a second.
okay. I think Captain Marvel is the link that they need right before Infinity War.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
That's the Kree and all that
yeah.
stuff.
It'll bring the Kree in. It'll bring
Thanos
Thanos in.
The only thing with Spider-Man I'm worried about is possible Spider-Man fatigue with general audiences. Like nerds are like, yay!
Mhm.
But general audiences might be like, another new
Another
Spider-Man. come
rebooting
on.
again. We're doing it again.
I mean,
Well,
I think
but if you
the
don't
savior for that is that he's being transplanted into something that everyone's so excited for.
no. I know Captain America is going to make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying another solo Spider-Man movie where they're just like,
solo after.
But
But
it's
I
3
think
years.
I think there'll be it's going to be a while, and I think after Civil War that character will be revitalized.
Yeah.
In the audience's eyes.
hopefully.
Assuming we get somebody that we're actually excited to see again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know.
And by the way, I would throw in my hat for Dan Glover.
Huh?
Donald Glover.
Danny Glover?
Danny Glover.
He is too old for that shit.
He is too old for that shit. No, for Donald Glover, I would throw in my hat for that. That would be pretty cool.
Well, Donald Glover is also 30.
He is older.
Yeah.
Whatever years old.
Yeah, but he's childish.
He is a childish
Gambino, that's
that
right.
guy.
Yeah.
I would love to see Donald Glover, but again, if they're going back to high school,
But I mean, he looks younger too, though. He could actually play a younger guy.
maybe. Yeah, I
At
don't
least
know.
college.
You know they should cast Coral from Walking Dead.
Coral!
If he shows up and he's Peter Parker, and I want him eating a fucking gallon full of pudding.
Pudding.
Right in the first
Get it because
shot.
it won't come out, Coral! Coral!
Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yes.
and different characters that might show up, I'm wondering if a certain Bruce Banner is going to show up in that movie,
Ooh.
and that
Little-
might be maybe they have to launch his ass into space, and
Well,
then he'll show up
yeah.
in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's been rumored for a while.
Because they've talked about, they said, like, they've hinted, they said, oh, he might show up in some other movies. I'm like, well, the only other movie he can probably show up in is Guardians of the Galaxy for it to make any fucking sense.
Yeah. No,
So-
if he gets shot into space at the end of Age of Ultron, I would say definitely he is in Guardians of the Galaxy too. Because I still find it hard to believe that they would ever do a Planet Hulk movie, like the real Planet Hulk
Just
story.
because of the grandiose scale of that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the fact that he's the Hulk 99% of that movie,
Right, right.
and it would be like John Carter with the Hulk, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
everything is CGI
Yeah.
in that movie.
Yeah.
The landscape, the actors, the story. I mean, everything.
Well, that's what they've said. They've said that, as of right now, they said they probably won't do it because it's going to be cost prohibitive to do it.
Yeah. Which is a shame because Planet Hulk's. I mean, that's a really cool story.
Yeah.
But
It's like Keanu Reeves' Cowboy Bebop that he wants to do. He's like, yeah, I really wanted to make this movie, but if you read the script, it cost $500 million to make this movie. I'm like, no, it's Cowboy Bebop.
yeah, I think everybody wants to see more of Ruffalo as Hulk.
Yeah.
But if you do Planet Hulk, you're not going to get Ruffalo. I mean, you're going to get mocap Ruffalo,
Right,
yeah,
but you're not
right.
going to get Banner.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 could use Banner for at least part of that
Right.
movie.
Maybe they reboot it and use David Banner.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so
Since we didn't get
sounds like the Jurassic Park theme too.
A little bit.
we didn't get a Mary Jane out of the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
No, we didn't. They should just cast Shailene Woodley because she'll
They
be
could-
free now.
they
Those
could
stupid
cast
Divergent
Shailene.
movies will be done.
I know. They could get Wooly. I doubt it. So we could be looking at a new Mary Jane, or
Hey, you know who has red hair most of the time? They should get Emma Stone to be Mary Jane. And then Andrew Garfield would be like, "Oh, my girlfriend's so Spider-Man, I'm not."
They really
mix and match.
went a weird way with that. Hey, let's cast this redhead as a blonde.
Let's cast his blonde as a redhead.
Blonde as a redhead.
So we could get J.K. Simmons from the Raimi Spider-Man.
Right.
We could get
Oh,
Emma
man.
Stone
He was
from
so
Amazing
good.
Spider-Man
God, they
movies.
need that. Yeah, we just create our own hodgepodge conglomeration of.
And
the
everybody
best of
loves
Spider-Man.
Dane DeHaan, right? From Amazing Spider-Man 2. Bring him back.
Though he can do anything a spider can.
Spider
That
Kid!
was the worst. That was
We
the
can get
worst.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh God!
Not his fault, but that was the worst. Like, that's the worst line that ever could have been used in Spider-Man.
Jamie Foxx. Oh my God!
That movie was
I wanted to give
so
Jamie
full
Foxx
of
a shot.
horror.
I want to give him a shot, and it
That
was
was
just.
a really.
I was like, "Oh, who cast the Riddler
That was a
from
real horror
Batman
movie.
Forever in this movie?"
yeah.
Oh, it was terrible. Anyway, we're not.
Paul
gonna dwell on
Giamatti, who was a fantastic actor. What was that? I don't know.
that. Who? What? Oh,
Right.
Paul Giamatti. I know that was
A
awful.
great actor. I don't know what voice he was using there.
To be honest,
they just
though,
put him in there for 5 minutes.
Getting serious, the only thing that they need to keep from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the costume.
Yes.
That costume was
Yeah, it was a
fantastic.
great costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That costume
it
was
had
perfect.
a lot of.
And by
flavor,
that,
if you
I
will.
mean the rhinos. No,
right.
no, Spider-Man's costume was perfect
Yeah,
in that movie.
it's-
Perfect.
it was
With
good.
the white eyes and everything looked perfect. It was great. They need to keep that costume
Yeah.
for the new Spider-Man. And maybe make it a girl. Make it a girl Spider-Girl. Why not?
Spider Girl.
Well, you could do Spider-Gwen.
Spider.
Oh, God. Wait, that,
No, they made
I know
that
that's
movie.
really a thing.
They
now.
made that
It
movie
is.
already. It was a porno. It was called Spider Babe.
But
She
think
shoots
about,
webs out of her vagina.
She did.
you know, as much as I love that Spider-Man is coming to Marvel, think about what else he brings with it. I mean, that whole universe comes with him. So we're finally gonna fucking get a Venom that is actually Venom.
A scary
Yeah,
ass
And
motherfucking
not,
Venom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not Topher fucking Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly, that should be the first fucking movie they do. For
Venom?
Solo Spider-Man, yeah.
yeah.
They should,
I think
they should do that storyline where Eddie Brock.
yes, the Venom storyline.
when he first introduced Venom.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a great
I mean,
comic.
I mean, because you get a good. Everybody is clamoring for Venom. That's
Yeah.
Everybody loves
Did
Venom.
Eddie Brock
and they
become
fucking
someone
shit
else
all over
after
him in
Venom?
it.
Did he become someone else after Venom?
Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
No. There's another thing
There's
called
been different
Carnage.
Venoms. Well, there's
Well, yeah, there's
Carnage.
different
Who,
Venoms.
who
but
was it that was the wolf that went to the moon?
that's J. Jonah Jameson's
that's
son,
Jameson's son.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
the astronaut.
Yeah.
A man wolf.
Man wolf. Yeah. That's
What a
it.
clever
Well, we saw
name.
him in Jupiter Ascending. so we
Yeah,
don't-
but basically. Oh!
My God, that movie's terrible. So, there you go. Spider-Man is finally coming to the Marvel Universe, Cinematic Universe. For how long? We don't know, but he's going to be there for at least a movie.
I would,
It certainly
like,
is a movie.
Like I said, I would venture to guess that they've got some long-term plans.
Probably. I would hope so.
You could, because once you start,
And hopefully none of them include Sinister Six.
because once you start spinning that web,
Oh,
Yeah.
Christ. Oh, God. You see what I got to deal with now?
Yeah. You can edit that out.
See, it's too late because he starts going and it gets too hard to edit.
He just keeps making noise, so you can't break it.
la 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 la.
Anything else you
You
want to
poor
talk about?
Web. I said web.
We know. Thanks.
Oh, there's been Deadpool casting.
We talked
Yes.
about that. Did we not talk about it?
Yes. No, we didn't
Yeah.
because this is brand new.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean actual side casting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Marina Baccarin.
Baccarin has been cast.
Who
She's
do you
think-
probably
who
going
do
to
you
be
think she's
copycat.
Copycat.
Who is she?
See, she Marina Baccarin. She's Leslie Tompkins from Gotham.
She's on Firefly.
Oh yeah.
She was on
okay.
Firefly.
Yeah.
She
She's a hottie.
see when I looked at the picture of her, the first thing
And
that
a
popped in my
prostitute.
mind, Domino.
Domino would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Domino would be great. I would love to see Domino. But I think, from what everybody said, the casting that they're looking for matches up with the leaked Deadpool script that came out, and I think Copycat was in that.
Okay.
And Colossus.
Yes, Colossus is going to be in it, and Daniel Cudmore officially said no comment. I can't comment.
No.
He said I can't comment.
He did say that, but then it came out later that he is not going to be in it.
No, I didn't read that part.
Yeah,
Where'd that come in?
It came out like a day later.
Fuck that. Fuck those
Yeah,
people.
that's something they've been missing a little bit.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, shit. They never gave the guy a chance.
Well, no, not his. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. They needed that. They needed to give him more of a
There's a plane about to
storyline.
crash in your house. That was weird. Sorry about that, folks.
They always needed him a little higher up in the storyline. You know, they gave him that little, like one little, like a couple scenes is all he's really had.
like
No, I know.
4 lines total.
Yeah.
in
No, I know.
all the
Yeah.
X-Men.
But it just would have been
And he's
cool
so
to carry him
badass.
over into it and stuff like that. Because there's no reason not to carry him over.
No, but they're recasting all the X-Men for
Yeah.
Days of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
You mean for the X-Men TV show?
No, I mean for Apocalypse.
No,
You
he's
mean
talking,
for the
he's
X-Men
talking
TV
about
show?
Apocalypse.
I'm talking about like reality.
I'm telling you, I think they're planning ahead, and that's why they're casting all these young people too.
Interesting. I'm going to stick with Matt.
Oh no, it's for Apocalypse. But that'll launch it, and then if they do an X-Men TV show,
I just don't see those people going backwards.
That's what I'm saying. And I know TV. I know the dynamic has changed now, where TV is not all that lesser than movies, as it may have been 10, 15 years ago or longer. But I agree. I mean, all of a sudden you're in a feature film, then you step backwards into doing full-time TV. I don't know about that.
No.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It depends on how they do it.
But of course, if they're getting these people, that
Don't have a lot.
they don't have a lot to do, and
yeah.
that's what they put in the contract. They said, this
No,
is
yeah.
what we're doing.
It's like 'cause they were going to do that with the Dark Tower. They were going to do it. It was going to be like a TV and movie thing. So they
Yeah.
might do that for X-Men. You never know.
That whole thing fell through the Dark Tower. I mean,
It did.
That was an
That's
But
ambitious,
this is a different situation. Though.
That was really
that was super ambitious idea.
yeah.
Oh, I know, but this is different though. This is X-Men. I mean, it's like they already know this is making a lot of money. Dark Tower, they might put it out there and it might fucking bomb.
Yeah.
One thing's for sure, won't have any black people in it.
That's right, because Ron Howard.
Yeah.
Racist. Anyway.
What?
We never told you the theory. You have to
No.
go back to a few
Oh
episodes
yeah,
and
you
listen
need
to
to
the
listen.
theory.
Yeah.
My theory about Ron Howard.
Unrepentant racist,
He's not really a racist, folks.
or is he?
Or is he? But no, but like you had mentioned earlier, Cody Smith McPhee has just been cast as Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Yep.
And basically the only part really they have left to recast is Wolverine.
And
But I mean, he will be Hugh Jackman for the next 2 movies.
as far as looks go, he's
Yeah. I mean, he could be Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
I mean, but the Hugh Jackman is going to be Wolverine in Apocalypse as the villain, and they also are going to do a Wolverine 3, which they're claiming is going to roll right out of Apocalypse, and there's also a rumor that Patrick Stewart might be in that movie,
Yeah.
which would be interesting to see what they do with that.
I mean, what are they going
Well, yeah.
Are they doing Old Man Logan?
I mean,
what are they?
No,
are they going to
no,
do some more
Xavier was
time
dead by
travel,
then.
or what?
No, they'll just fast forward in time to when it's him and Xavier.
Yeah.
They could, they could possibly do. Hopefully, they would tweak it because, like I said, it was horribly disappointing. But they could do this Death of Wolverine thing. You never know. But
Ugh. I don't know. That just seems like it screws up the whole timeline with the X-Men universe.
it depends on when they set it, though.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's got Patrick Stewart in it, it's
Yeah.
going to have to be years down the road from Apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's going to be like Apocalypse is in
There's
the
so
80s.
many ways. There's so many ways that they can go, and
Maybe 20 years in the future.
I mean, I just see them sitting around on this big circular creative table, and like someone's about to throw something out there, like whoa, let's put that back in there. You get that going, you got a nice stew going, baby. Come on.
Shut up, Carl Weathers.
That's just how I see that going. Like, don't throw that out just yet.
You get an onion?
Get yourself a stew,
Get
baby.
yourself a stew, baby. I guess that'll do it then. We'll leave it on that tip.
Yeah.
We want to thank Matt King for joining us again. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
Hopefully,
Well, not
see you.
anytime.
Well,
Not anytime, because this is my house, and
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah, and this episode should have been earlier, but snow, and it's North Carolina, so what that means. You throw an ice cube in the street, and the
Cancel
world stops.
school for a week.
Yeah, cancel school for a month. Hopefully, we'll have you back before
Yeah,
big-
I don't know what's
the big
next.
Avengers.
Yeah,
movie.
Avengers May 1st.
Yeah, but I'm sure we'll go see something else. You want to see Focus? We might go see Focus next week.
You have fun. You kids have fun.
I'm so unexcited about Will Smith's projects now. Like, he's just.
I don't
doesn't do
care
it for
about
me
Will
anymore.
Smith.
We talked about he's going to be
Margot Robbie's in
Margot
it.
Robbie is
Yeah.
They were both on Top Gear this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She beat him.
Did
on
she?
the track? Yeah,
Oh man,
by like tenths of a second. But
I love Top
still.
Gear.
I love Margot Robbie. So
It kind of sucks she can't be she would have been a good Miss Marvel.
You think?
Yeah.
I think she's.
I think she's perfect. I think she'll be perfect as Harley Quinn.
Oh, it's Harley
honestly,
Quinn.
Yeah.
For Miss, she doesn't quite seem gritty enough for Miss Marvel.
Gritty.
Oh, gritty.
Gritty.
Forgot we were in
I think you need. No, I think.
Give her some
Blunt
makeup.
or,
I can see it like a Harley.
Emily Blunt or
Yeah, we talked about her last time.
Katie Sackhoff. I think would be perfect.
Yeah, those are two solid choices.
And it's like I said, I still say, you can get Wolverine to Avengers. You just can't call him Wolverine. You just can't call Hugh Jackman Wolverine. You just get him to grow. You just get him to grow that hair and just.
So Gambit.
God.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Yeah, even you're saying get the fuck out of here, Gambit.
Well, in the Marvel.
In the Marvel.
Oh yeah,
That's not gonna happen.
No.
But yeah, Logan's not gonna happen either. I'm sorry.
That would be so cool.
I think they could get Spider-Man and Captain Marvel together.
Have them hook up together.
They'll be the couple in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Like an actual couple.
Yeah, they've been that way in the
Power
comics.
couple. Have they?
Spider-Man?
Oh, I didn't know that.
When did that happen?
I don't know. I forgot who wrote it, but yeah, they
Okay.
for a little while anyway.
All right.
They were a thing.
Yeah, she's a bit of history with Wolverine.
Yeah, a history that cannot happen.
Yeah.
I know,
In the Marvel
unfortunately.
Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, they can't do any of that stuff with her.
No, they can't.
Like binary and all that stuff when she was with the Starjammers and shit like that.
No, they can't do any of that shit.
Oh, they'll just put her with the Guardians of the Galaxy, the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll do it. Alan's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Glazed over look.
He's just like, somebody said Guardians of the Galaxy. There's nothing like that. Starjammers.
I agree.
So
I bet she does get star jammed.
she will.
Oh my god.
Thanks for stopping by, Matt.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And we'll see you next time, everybody.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Well, fame, he's ignored. Action is his reward. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man in the chill of night. At the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time.